Hi everybody, how are you? Today I've chosen a book called Charlie Cook's favourite book to read to you. It's a book by Julia Donaldson, who also writes The Gruffalo and Room on the Zoom, which are some of our favourite stories. But this is a story all about a little boy called Charlie Cook and some stories that he comes across. Okay, are you sitting comfortably with all your cushions? Get comfy. Let's have a story. Once upon a time there was a boy called Charlie Cook. He curled up in a cosy chair and he read his favourite book. I wonder if you've been reading lots of stories of all this time you've been having at home. It was about a leaky pirate ship and which very nearly sank, and a pirate chief who got the blame, and he had to walk the plank. There he is, can you see? The chief swam to an island and went digging with his hook, and at last he found a treasure chest. It was in a book. Books can have all kinds of things in them, can't they? It was a book about a girl called Goldilocks and 3 indignant bears who cried, "Who's had our porridge? Who's been sitting on our chairs?" They went into the bedroom. Oh. And Baby Bear said, "Look, she's in my bed, and what is more, she has got my favourite book." Goldilocks. It's about Sir Percy Pilkington, a bold and fearless knight who told the dragon, "Wait, I'm not quite ready for the fight. You must hear this one first." And his armour clanked and shook as he read aloud a joke he'd found inside his favourite book. He's made the dragon laugh. Sounds a good story. It was about Rowena Red-a-Lot, a very well-read frog, who jumped upon a lily pad and jumped upon a log. They jumped into the library which stood beside the brook and went, "Read it, read it, read it," as she jumped upon a book. And I know you can't go to the library at the moment to get books and stories, but I hope you've got some good stories at home you've been reading. It was a book about an oak tree full of birds. Each bird had built a nest, and then they had a competition to decide which one was best. They chose an owl to judge it. Owls are very wise, aren't they? The winner was a rook, whose nest was lined with pages from his very favourite book. He looks very happy on that nest. About a girl who saw a flying saucer in the sky. Some small green men were in it, and they waved as they flew by. She tugged her mother's sleeve and said, "Look, Mum, what I've just seen." But Mum said, "Shh, I'm trying to read from my favourite magazine." It was about a wicked jewel thief who stole the king's best crown, but then got stuck behind some sheep, which slowed his car right down. You see the sheep? The king dialed 999. That's a good number, isn't it, to phone when we need help? And soon the cops, they caught the crook. And they flung him into prison, and there he read his favourite book. Everybody's reading. It was about a greedy crocodile who got fed up with eating fish. He went to try and find a different kind of dish. Oh no, run! He went into a bookshop, and there he grew even greedier while reading on page 90 of a very large encyclopedia. So even the crocodile likes reading books. It was about the biggest birthday cake that the world had ever seen. A team of royal cake makers had made it for the Queen. And the cake was so delicious that a famous spaceman took a slice of it to Jupiter. But he also took a book. There's his cake. And there's his book. It was about a ghost who glided around a castle every night, carrying her head and giving everyone a fright. That is a bit scary. She kept it up until morning, and then she found a shady nook. She put her head back on again and she read her favourite book. She looks much happier there. It was about a cosy armchair and a boy called Charlie Cook. So maybe you would like to read one of your favourite stories at home and then perhaps come onto the Facebook group and tell us about it. Tell us what your story was called, what happened in your story. Draw a picture and put the picture on. Take a photo of your book. We'd love to see some of your stories. Bye everybody.